Testing. Hello, everyone. Welcome into Resurrected Cup round of 32. We're getting into a match between Please Enjoy mcy4 and I Ran Out of Ideas. I'm Dio. Looks like I'll be solo casting this match between, I think, a couple of pretty solid teams. Especially on an early stage pool like this with the players that we have on these two teams, there should be some pretty competitive scores between the two despite the seeding difference. This is, I believe, seed 8 versus seed 25. And just out of the gate, talking about the rosters for these teams, mcy4 joined by mcy4, Laurel235, Still Okay, and FC Easy. That roster very, very heavy on mostly gimmick. There's definitely some solid runs that these teams can have on some of the non-gimmick maps as well. I don't think they're particularly strong on like low AR hidden reading, but they are going to be pretty solid on a lot of the aim control maps, as well as stuff like Nomad 2. As for I Ran Out of Ideas, Tebi, GS Blank, Ajitani Hifumi, Dawnwing, Hollow Knees. Out of the players on that roster, I think you're looking again at some of the more basic mechanics maps, plus a couple of the like DCs for this team and Hard Rocks. So these teams are pretty similarly good at a lot of stuff. I think a lot of the difference here is a bit more well-roundedness for the mcy4 team, and a little bit more specialization for I Ran Out of Ideas. Looks like we are getting a ban out here for the side of mcy4, going with the DT1 ban. If I've been paying attention here. I've been looking at a few different places, but yeah, it does look like they are just banning out the DT1 in this matchup. Though I believe the maps at the bottom are out of date. We do have a different pool than the one at the bottom. The one at the bottom, I believe, is the qualifiers pool. This one, round of 32. DT1 is still similarly mostly aim, but a little bit lower BPM, a little bit lower approach rate. And going to be the Hidden 2 ban for the side of I Ran Out of Ideas. That is also low AR reading this week, so not too surprising there. That was one of their worst maps for the side of I Ran Out of Ideas. It wasn't a particularly good map for Please Enjoy mcy4. In fact, I think based off the qualifier results, that was their worst map in the qualifiers as well. But it still had a much better time of it than I Ran Out of Ideas did. So not too surprising that they choose to ban that out anyway. And for Please Enjoy mcy4, I think weirdly enough, they can probably pretty comfortably pick into some of the hidden and free mods in this pool, or go into something like the Nomad 3, which also should work. Mainly because, again, these teams are pretty good at similar stuff, but Please Enjoy mcy4 is generally a little bit better and a little bit more well-rounded. So you're picking into the things that I Ran Out of Ideas is just not good at, rather than your own strengths. And this Nomad 3, definitely one of those sorts of picks. Hip Campbell-Payne by Zutamayo. This is a custom map by Iron Cat for this tournament. And for how this map goes, I mean, I think this is going to be pretty solid for Please Enjoy mcy4. This is a pretty standard snap alt, a couple of overlaps here and there, but nothing crazy in this map, especially this early on into the tournament in round of 32. It's never going to be all that difficult. A couple of tricky patterns here and there. That said, nothing that these players should have too much trouble handling. Hakui Koyori, GS Blank Dawnwing in for I Ran Out of Ideas, mcy4 Misha Awa FC Easy in for Please Enjoy mcy4. Again, Please Enjoy mcy4, I think a little bit more well-rounded, but this early on, as we are just getting into the tournament in round of 32, with the map pool being a little bit easier than qualifiers, even these somewhat lower seeded teams can put up a fight. So we'll see how they do on this first map of the match. We do have 1-0 match score at the top there. That should be 0-0. We'll get that fixed shortly, as unfortunately the entire left side of the screen not wanting to load into the map. So not making it easy to watch the first map, unfortunately. Gotta love that. Did see a very, very early break from GS Blank right at the start of the map, and now another break from FC Easy is going to match. It was the accuracy lead for Please Enjoy mcy4, giving them score lead. Hakui going to match the break from FC Easy right before the start of the first KI time, just under a quarter of the way into the map. And there's another break to come through for GS Blank now. And this is suddenly looking very good for Please Enjoy mcy4. mcy4 himself alongside Micha Awa, both on the full combos. Dawnwing, the only one holding the FC for I Ran Out of Ideas. And at this point, it's really just all about how long these two FCs can hold for Please Enjoy mcy4, because there's not really anything that I Ran Out of Ideas can do unless one or both of them break. The break to come through for FC Easy during the second KI time, but it's just not really going to matter. Hakui Fiori also finding the drop on the side of I Ran Out of Ideas, and that is not the drop you want. Dawnwing still the only FC. GS Blank on good recovery, but again, it's still the double FC for mcy4 and Misha Awa. It's still a 200,000 score lead, which in a 3v3 is pretty solid here. Went up on 225k, that's equivalent to about a 300,000 score lead in 44. It's higher than it would lead you to believe just based off of the raw numbers. So looking pretty solid for Please Enjoy mcy4. And again, This double FC, if they don't find breaks pretty soon, there's just no way for a break point to happen here for I Ran Out of Ideas. And please enjoy mcy4. Just looking very, very solid on their own first pick. Not too much else you can say about it. They have picked well to start things off and are not giving any chances for a breakpoint to come through here. Both GS Blank and Hakui Koyori finding some misses here near the end of the map. It's not going to be the FC for FC Easy, but it is going to be the FC for both of his teammates, mcy4 and Misha Awa. No troubles whatsoever on this pick. Shout out Dawnwing as well, finding the full combo for I Ran Out of Ideas, but without a second backing full combo, it's never going to be enough, unfortunately. And now on to the first pick for I Ran Out of Ideas. My thought is they're probably going towards something more mechanics focused to start things off. Maybe just going into the Nomad 2 here. Qualifiers Nomad 2 was both of these teams' best map. It was 200 BPM, was a little bit higher star rating, higher spacing, but this is a lower spacing, slightly lower BPM version of a pretty similar map. So if they do just want to pick their own strengths, you're going for something like the Nomad 2. If you want to pick into just tapping in general with the DT1 ban coming out from Please Enjoy mcy4, my thought is you're probably going into either the DT3 or something like the Fremod 2. But no, it's going to be Hard Rock 1 instead, going for Ave Mujika's Ether. And this map is another custom by Plus4J. It's just going to be basic consistency. Nothing crazy about this map at all. And please enjoy mcy4. They had an okay score on Hard Rock 1 and qualifiers. Same goes for I Ran Out of Ideas. They're within about 200k of each other, so it's a little bit of an interesting pick. I feel like they may just be kind of testing the waters on aim, especially with the DT1 ban coming out from Please Enjoy mcy4. So not sure entirely why this Hard Rock 1 pick in particular. It's not like they have an on-paper advantage from qualifiers or anything. Maybe just feeling the map, maybe just wanting to test things out here. mcy4, lol235, still okay in for Please Enjoy mcy4 to try to take a break point. And Tebby, GS Blank, Dawnwing in for I Ran Out of Ideas to hopefully get a point on their own first pick and tie things up 1-1 as lol235 not loading in, needing a panic here. Everyone making it through the first stream section, but Tebby missing right afterwards. Gives over a bit of a score lead, a bit of a combo lead, another couple of breaks and some 50s. Big act drops for Tebby as well. Yeah, Tebby really just struggling to get comfortable on this map, it looks like, finding a couple of breaks after another. I wonder if maybe has the wrong skin or wrong settings or something. It does look like still okay. Also found a miss right at the end of that section. So it's not going to be quite as bad now. The combos are pretty much evened out for both of these teams. But accuracy advantage for please enjoy mcy4 is going to keep the score lead on their side for just a little bit. Right now, it's a battle, of the supporting combos. Still okay and Tebi. Really the only two that can affect the score lead in a major way, except for act drops from those FCs. Dawnwing finding a lot of act drops in this PI time, down to 97. So it is going to give a bit more score over to Please Enjoy mcy4. But the combo for Tebi is starting to pull back some of that score lead between the two supporting scores. Oh, massive double break, though, for I Ran Out of Ideas. GS Blank and Dawnwing both finding the breaks right at the end of this first Ki time, about a third of the way into the map, and Tebi falls as well, and that is a three-way team wipe for I Ran Out of Ideas. mcy4, level 235, still holding the full combos, still okay. Also, still doing okay, up at 400 combo there. No breaks for any of them during that section, and that is maybe game over halfway through the map. Unfortunately for Please Enjoy mcy4, or excuse me, for I Ran Out of Ideas, they would need a full team wipe basically right now. And they would need to hold better combos through a significant portion of the end of the map, through basically the whole second half, which I don't know if that's going to happen during this part. And yeah, unfortunately, as we get closer to 2/3 of the way through the map, it's pretty much over for I Ran Out of Ideas on this pick. And while there's no FC for mcy4, David still holding on to the one FC in the lobby there in the bottom left corner. Lol 235 clutching it out for Please Enjoy mcy4. DS Blank and Dawnwing do have some good combos for I Ran Out of Ideas. It's not necessarily bad scores from them, it's just much better scores from Please Enjoy mcy4 overall. 700k and climbing for mcy4. And still on the FC with 99 accuracy for Lolo 235. And it's unfortunately no FC for David by the end of the map, but a very solid run through it for Please Enjoy mcy4. 580k score difference or so by the end of the map, and not really any question. They are winning that Hard Rock 1 pick. And unfortunately for I Ran Out of Ideas, just not a solid pick to start things off. Going to be on the back foot even after their own first pick. And now, if you're Please Enjoy mcy4, you can go into some more aim. You can go into potentially the other Hard Rock. You can pretty easily pick into some of the other alt maps in the pool as well. World's kind of your oyster here for Please Enjoy mcy4, with those two pretty convincing wins. And they are just rolling 2 once again. Trying to find a pick to go for, and they're going to go for something a little bit different, but still kind of up the same alley. It's a Density DT alt pick. This is Braget by Malk de Coin. OWC 2021 semifinals DT4. Here in the DT2 slot in round of 32. Was the OWC semifinals pool really that easy in 2021? Damn. Hold on, I have to look this up. Wait a second. I have to go see something. Hold on. Okay, I think I don't know if I don't remember exactly how easy this map was in OWC or if it was picked. So interesting. Anyway, this is just more density snap alt, which is pretty similar to what they were doing in their first pick with the Nomad 3, right? We saw how the Nomad 3 went. I think it's pretty reasonable to expect that they are going to do pretty well on this DT2 as well. A couple of pretty early breaks actually coming through. mcy4, FC Easy, Dawnwing all finding early breaks here. Another early break for Dawnwing. FC Easy, Hakui Koyori also finding drops, but there goes a big combo for I Ran Out of Ideas. GS Blank now not only their only FC, but their only big combo in general. Misha Awa matching on the side of Please Enjoy mcy4. And mcy4 on a pretty big recovery combo, reverse choke intact for him right now. A little over a quarter of the way into the map. And there goes GS Blank as well. And now it's just off to the races for Misha Awa and mcy4. Hell, even FC Easy has a higher combo than anyone on I Ran Out of Ideas. And this map is looking to be a bit of a slaughter, as there's just no combo whatsoever on I Ran Out of Ideas. The effectively double FC left intact for Please Enjoy mcy4. The score difference already 300k, not even halfway through the map, and just no sign of solid recovery coming through for I Ran Out of Ideas. And at this point, if you are on I Ran Out of Ideas and you're watching the stream, I would say it's time to start figuring out what your next pick is going to be. mcy4 and Misha Awa still going on this reverse choke and FC. I'm just kind of waiting to see whether or not they can close both of these out. Both of them have looked really solid through this entire match, by the way. It's not necessarily that I Ran Out of Ideas have been playing poorly. It's a lot more that Misha Awa, mcy4 in particular, have just been playing really, really well. Double FC for both of them on the Nomad 3 to start things out. mcy4 then 780k on the Hard Rock 1 that we saw previously, and now this map, Misha Awa with the FC, mcy4 with the reverse choke. It's been 3 maps in a row. The mcy4 has either FC'd or found a 1-miss choke on. And 2 out of 3 maps that Misha Awa has played, right? Both maps that they've played, they've FC'd so far. So 2 for 2 on FCs for Misha Awa, and 3 for 3 on FC or choke for MCY4. Pretty easy to see why they're winning this match, right? Both of those players have just been popping off, and the one map that Misha Awa did not play, Lolo235 comes in and almost FCs also. So unfortunately for I Ran Out of Ideas, even if they were playing a little bit better, I don't know if it would really matter because the score differences have just been massive every map so far. They have had some good scores, right? Like Dawnwing with the full combo on the Nomad 3, and a couple of 600Ks on some other maps. Dawnwing a part of both of those as well. GS Blank 650K on the Hard Rock 1. But it's just not been enough, basically ever, for them to compete. And so I think you need to pick something here that either you are extremely strong on or that your opponents are just not good on whatsoever. And I don't think that first one, I don't think that second version exists, something that your opponents are really bad on in this case. So you just pick whatever you're strongest on. And apparently they decide that that is this Free Mod 1 Gravity by featuring Egu. This is an original song for Resurrection Cup 2025. So shout outs to for the original song here, and to Egu as well. I'm looking at the map description. I unfortunately don't see artist background credits anywhere on this, but shouts to Lighten for mapping. And this is a little bit surprising to me just because it is very similar to what we saw in the Hard Rock 1 in terms of how the map plays. It's a little bit higher BPM, and it is, of course, free mod rather than Hard Rock. But this is pretty similar in terms of how it's going to play to the Hard Rock 1. Mostly aim, a couple of stream mechanics patterns here and there. So we'll see what these players end up wanting to go with. It looks like the optional hidden Hard Rock here for MCY4, double hidden for Misha Awa and Lolo235. Note that every player does have to take a mod, so it's not really an overmod to go hidden Hard Rock for MCY4. You do need a hidden and a Hard Rock or hidden Hard Rock. So just preference hidden Hard Rock over the Hard Rock only. Whereas we see Hard Rock only for GS Blank and double hidden as well for Hakui Koyori and Dawnwing. I ran out of ideas. This is potentially your last pick. And it looks like MCY4 does actually just have Hard Rock only. I'm not sure if that was Bancho or if they. Yeah, it must have been just a Bancho issue because MCY4 now just on Hard Rock only. No breaks for anyone so far. Everyone just looking really solid on the intro here. But this is much more of a consistency test than anything else, right? This is over 4 minutes long. A little bit of awkward aim patterns coming through here, but you're hitting. All right, welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, we did miss how that Fremod 1 went, but just looking at the MP link, full combo on Hidden from Misha Awa. Everybody else at 600k or below, with Lolo235 and mcy4 matching the top score from Hakui Koyori on the side of I Ran Out of Ideas there. So, unfortunately, just not going to work here for I Ran Out of Ideas. This is another original song for Resurrection Cup 2025. Shoutouts to Ada for the original song. Shoutouts to Selectus for mapping. Again, unfortunately, I don't see background art credits. This is some sick background art, actually. Getting the full version pulled up. It's really cool looking. So, shout outs to whoever did the background art for this. Looks very, very good. And this is, of course, the tech map in Nomad. Not a ton going on with this pick, although it's a tech map, so there's always a little bit more than average going on. You have some streams. You have some finger control. You have a little bit of slider difficulty in this map. And at 195 BPM, it's a little bit fast, actually, for this early on, but tons and tons of breaks coming through, just kind of all over the place. GS Blank holding the best combo and best score in the lobby right now. So actually keeping I Ran Out of Ideas in this map, as mcy4 and Still Okay hold on to now what is better combo than GS Blank. And unfortunately, with basically no other combos on I Ran Out of Ideas halfway through the map, pretty solid combo on mcy4 and Still Okay, the score lead is going to start to balloon in a way that I Ran Out of Ideas simply cannot do anything about. And this match looked like it could have been close in some places, but throughout the entire match, it has just been full control from Please Enjoy mcy4, particularly Misha Awa and the namesake mcy4 have had full control over this match pretty much the entire way through. Double FCs or double super high scores. Misha Awa 3 for 3 on FCs in this match. And again, even where Misha Awa hasn't been playing, been mcy4 in on every map, joined by somebody who can fill that gap. On the Hard Rock one, it was Lolo235. On the Nomad 4, here it is Still Okay. And they've just had a really, really solid match overall. Still okay, going to find the break there. mcy4 are going to continue holding on to very high combo here. It's not the full combo. Did find a few breaks at the start. Excuse me. And again, there have been some good scores from I ran out of ideas, right? You did have double 650k on the Hard Rock 1. You had the full combo from Dawnwing on the Nomad 3. But it's just not enough, unfortunately, for them to put a point on the board, let alone win the match. That honor goes to Please Enjoy mcy4. They move on without much contest to the round of 16 winners bracket and knock I ran out of ideas down to the losers bracket. Please enjoy mcy4. The victors of the match move on to face Unks and Neff in the round of 16. I ran out of ideas. Having lost this match, moved down to the losers bracket to face off against Gatoland in the round of 16, losers bracket round 1. But that is going to be it for us for now. No other matches here until 18 UTC. Not sure if that is going to be streamed or not, or if you have commentators for it. So stay tuned for that. If you do want to stay updated on all the matches going on, you can join the Discord, where we do ping about any matches that we go live for in the Discord. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you to Wooting for sponsoring Resurrection Cup 2025. If you want to contribute to the tournament, either check out Wooting or donate to the Res Cup coffee. Thanks everyone for watching. I've been Dio, and this was Please Enjoy mcy4 versus I Ran Out of Ideas. Congrats to Please Enjoy mcy4, and good luck to I Ran Out of Ideas in the losers bracket. We'll see you back here at hopefully 18 UTC later today.